Ace, welcome back. It is time for our last match of the European segment of the day, and that's going to be on Inferno. It's going to be Astralis, it's going to be Envy. Envy are 0-3. For the time being, they have not really won many rounds on their T sides. Doesn't bode well for them on an Inferno, does it?
No, it really doesn't. And again, they're just trying to get their first victory. I think they might not even be able to make land at this point with the amount of losses they have, which is kind of crazy considering how early we are into the season. Astralis, on the other hand,
That's demoralizing.
yeah, a little bit. It must be, yeah. This might have been one of their last losses where they're like, well, if we don't win this game, you know. But at the same time, they know
That's
they're playing
fine.
Astralis.
They can play for not being relegated.
I mean, you want to play for pride. You also want to play for not being relegated. That's a huge thing. I mean, you get another chance next season.
You wonder, though, with the suspected emergence of another French team, if this French team will be decimated, because surely, like, if Existence can forgive RPK, he will probably want to jump ship to a potential team with Existence, Smiths. It can't be worse than what's happening with Envy at the moment, and they've been up and down, but mostly down for quite a few months now, I feel like, and you know, they have emotional issues in the team, I think it's fair to say. So what is the upside and where is the ceiling for this team? I think you have
How
to
do you
start
fix
to
the
wonder.
emotional issues, James?
Yeah,
How would
but
you
even
fix
if you
them?
fix those, where is the peak for this Envy team?
Yeah, I think the experiments kind of run its course in a lot of ways. They can continue to replace players, but France is already kind of dried out with talent because all the best players found themselves on the best team. And now that, you know, Shox is finally going and Smiths and whatever, there might be room for Envy players to jump ship, as you're saying. So I think that's tough. I think the best thing that Envy have going for them is they have a really strong brand. Like they have Hastro, so they have the ability to buy big players out of contracts. Just the only problem is the players on GT aren't going to leave, you know. So, and there's not much other talent to go for except for maybe like Zywoo or something like that.
Yeah, it's a difficult spot for these guys. They're kind of like at the arse end of the vacuum, if you will.
Yeah. the Dyson. Yeah, and that.
Yeah.
There's a joke about them sucking in there somewhere.
Okay.
Dyson, like vacuum.
Yeah,
Because vacuum suck.
Well done. So 2 smokes and 2 flashes for the Envy side as they start on their T side. T side, which has been lacking in the 3 games we have been watching so far, and we start to watch the 4th with Scream opening things up. The P250, that added range, and he is the headshot king, or one of them. Few kings, you know, different little villages. Village king, king of the village. Tribe, perhaps. And there's another one for Scream. One more place to find on the B-bomb site around the coffin, and he will not get much of anything.
Well, they've managed to obtain the B-bomb site. And with this, the round will be won. You can see that, in fact, they're even going to save here. Magisk is just backing away, backing away, backing away. Now he's gone. Keep the integrity. Oh, he's lost. How much armor damage was that?
8.
Oh, no. Can't get the helmet upgrade now for cheap. No bargain madness for him.
I don't think we see this often enough. People just happy to die and then force buy, spend 1,000 or 650 or whatever.
To be honest, the money that you get from the kills here is really important for the next round.
Yeah.
As well, like, you know, just like that could be a smoke. We know how strong the smokes are.
You can buy a scout
could
now.
be a scout, yeah.
Every smoke's a grenade, or every kill's a grenade.
Yeah, it's really huge for this following force buy round.
It is a very understated point.
This is very envy for Mac 10s. No one else really does that, maybe apart from Vegas Squadron that I've seen. So we'll see how effective it is. It's something that people should definitely know that they like to do a lot. So
can we just note that Astralis have all bought smoke grenades?
Yeah.
Oh, I know what the strat they're going to do.
I love smoke grenades on Inferno on a force buy / eco round.
Yeah, I think they have a thing where they switch, but they'll keep re-smoking mid and then slowly rotate people over as soon as they get the other team to stop playing B. But this will cause 1. So they try to hold them as long as they possibly can. Now let's see if Zipix leaves. Or if, more specifically, Envy try to actually come through the smoke. That would be interesting.
Yeah, 4 smokes and counting. It's all about the waiting game here. Do Envyus go back to mids, or do they continue to B? They continue to B. That's a good start from Zipex. Few bullets through the smoke. Won't be too good for him, and the bomb site will eventually be claimed by Envyus after all. So they've done a good job here. Very tricky situation. It doesn't look like much, as he says, in the smokes, but there's a multitude of ways you can mess it up.
I feel like Envy realize what is happening here. If we stand and respect the smoke, as we should, we will be standing and respecting smokes until there's no more time left. So they have to take the risk and just charge through it.
Yeah, they were forced to. They could have lost. You know, they got a little bit lucky. I always love when that strat ends up at mid. Because if a team decides to go mid and then they do that, you basically have the craziest crossfire stack where like 2 close mid, 1 arch, 1 under a porch, and then a 5th guy at B who rotates late.
Well, I love that Astralis can continue with 3 of these CZ armors into the next round, and they have 3 smokes left as well. So that's super cool because they can just do it again. They can actually do it again.
Remember, this used to be a very common strat on old Inferno because you could smoke over the wall.
Yeah.
So you could actually stack A and keep resmoking from arch to B. It's messed up. Dark time.
It was ridiculous. I really disliked old Inferno for many reasons. And that was one of the big ones. Just the fact that smokes were way too good on that map.
Yeah, they did a good job adjusting the smokes. Or the time of the round as opposed to the smokes themselves.
Yeah, I was going to say, like, it was not the exact change that I wanted, but I guess it was a change.
I didn't like it first either, but it did its job for real.
I still prefer the old clock. I think things are too drawn out in a lot of rounds in this one, but that's just my opinion. 3 players on the B bomb site, 1 on the flower pots, spoiling the pretty flowers. And that's a kill where the wall just extends way beyond the smoke, and it's a common position to find somebody in, so if someone is there, you're going to hit them. Meanwhile, Envy looks to do something on the A bomb site, but again, those smokes are a problem. However, Dupree has been neutralized. Zipex, though, has picked up a Mac 10, a flying Zipex, trying to win the round for his team, and he may have done enough. The bomb's in the pit. Scream's got a collector. He's got 30 seconds, 2 players to find. Trying to bait one out, but it's the arch player who's peppering him. Glaive of the USP device moving through apartments with the Mac 10.
Scream has to guess right, and he's got to shoot true. See if he can get those taps, get those headshots going. Oh,
Whoa!
oh god.
And back in the game. And the game's over.
He died.
Well,
we missed nothing.
Oh, low violence mode.
a rare error.
No violence.
Yeah.
No violence. I like that.
It's ketchup, don't worry.
Just had a really good time at McDonald's.
Did you just say it's a really good time for McDonald's?
No, he said he said don't worry, it's ketchup. I said he had a really good time at McDonald's.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
Tomato sauce.
It's everywhere.
Sauce.
Sauce.
Sounds like Akuma says that in Street Fighter 4. Sauce.
Does he? I was trying to
Yeah,
go. I was
say
going
that.
for the Rick Ross.
Rick Ross.
You know, I got that sauce. That
I'm
sauce.
not familiar with Rick Ross.
He's the boss.
He's a fake gangster, isn't he?
Yeah, he was a parole officer.
He was a correctional officer.
Or
he's like,
yeah,
I'm
he was a
moving-
CEO. That's right.
I'm moving all this stuff and
And I got my stick of Dio.
That's where we are though with rap. You don't even need to really be about what you're rapping about for people to eat it up and give you all their money.
Somewhat, yeah.
There's like the modern rap. A lot of people.
There's a lot of rappers who are about to, you know, there's like TK literally beat up a guy who's like 60 years old, and even rappers are, you know, just outwardly supporting him. I mean, he drops absolute heaters, but it's just crazy the crimes that he committed. Like he killed somebody, did a song called The Race, and then he broke his ankle bracelet and literally fled to another state and then got caught, and that's how he got famous, and everyone's lauding the song, and then he like beat up an old guy, and it's just the list of charges. It's nuts.
Wow.
But you know, you can't like hip hop unless you're okay with that, because every rapper has something.
I'm not okay with people I mean, it depends on what the, if there was calls, I don't know.
I
I won't judge because I don't know the whole full story, but I don't need to. I'm not going to admire someone for breaking an ankle tag and being arrested by the police.
It's actually a huge conversation because there's a lot of music artists and performers and stuff that probably that have done awful things.
Yeah, I mean that's the weird thing about celebrity, right? Is that everybody thinks like they go on these shows and have interviews and like all these people are amazing, and then you hear like Mel Gibson's phone calls to his ex-wife. And you're like, whoa, yeah, people are normal, man.
Yep.
There is no such thing as perfect. Well, we are waiting for one Astralis player to rejoin the server.
I mean, I think like fame and fortune breeds. There's nothing that's going to breed dysfunction more than fame and fortune.
That's a good point too.
I think like it's not normal for a human being to experience those things, especially like for some people, like from their background, if they like suddenly become, like let's say they've been discarded all of their life, and then like they get that moment of like extreme fame and fortune. They can have anything. They can have anything they want. Imagine if you can have anything you want.
Yeah.
Or get a boat.
I have everything I want.
Good, all right here. James has some gum on his shoe. His brand new shoe that he was showing off yesterday. He's already got gum smothered all over.
It's not a shoe I'm concerned about, it's the rug.
Yeah. It's the only
That's where
thing
damage is
keeping
being
him
done.
in his seat right now.
Anyway, both these teams want to buy now. Envy closing in on pretty much the most rounds they've won today. Thanks to the early pistol. Molotovs all over the gaff. And Zipex will be caught out of position, but they can't really capitalize on this just yet. Glaive trying to delay his smoke, goes for interesting one. Could have gone to the front of the site somewhat more, but look at Glaive. This is why I like to watch him doing all kinds of crazy stuff with a Mac 10. That could have been absolute carnage, but it's Envy who have the site without construction. But they will have time to plant the bomb. Smoke grenades everywhere. Device pretty good on the mark, but he can't stop the bomb from going down.
So now we get a moment of quiet. There's still a player on A. Just wandering around the apartments. Okay, I was going to say, because it looked quite funny to me because Device was sort of going ham there. And I was just watching Dupree just wandering around the apps.
Yeah, see, this is a really important thing. You get that fast kill on top Banana, and then the round is almost over already. So it really came down to Glaive, and he only had a Mac 10. He did what he could.
He went in. He went all the way in.
But I think it's really important to use smokes like that. If you know they're really close, you have to bring the smoke closer to you. Because a smoke, yeah, it's kind of works as a wall in that it obscures vision or blocks it. But if you don't play close to the smoke, then it doesn't have a value, right? If they're going to run through it and you know that. So dropping it close to you allows at least the opportunity to still separate your fights.
Okay, well, Astralis are in a pretty awful spot. They really need to recover right now this round because they have no money, and obviously what they saved is going to be carrying them through this particular round. Envyus may decide to do something similar. They're going to... we liked the carpet bomb out of Molotovs that we saw on Banana. It was a really cool touch. And maybe they'll go for it again. They have the Molotovs. Astralis don't seem to be afraid. And... Happy! Whoa. Very nice stuff from Happy.
A late resurgence, a second wind for Envy, perhaps in the fourth game of the day. It's a nice shot onto Glaive as well.
That was not... Oh, it was Happy. Whoa,
There's
dude.
number 4. Happy definitely wants this ace, but Kiyashima says no, and he should. If you see somebody, shoot them.
That was like some Freiburg level entrying on Inferno.
I love that when you because he hit those 2 shots, then he's feeling it so much. And you can just see him just running around, deathmatching.
Powered up.
Yeah, love those moments. We've all had them.
Like Beastmaster. Stronger with every hit.
Yeah. What is that ability you can call that? I forget. It's been too long.
Primal Rage or something, I don't know.
Probably, yeah. Oh no, Primal Roar is the ultimate.
That's right. It's been a long time since I played Dota.
Yeah, I only really played Dota 1, to be honest, not even 2, so... Okay, maybe, okay, I have like some games of Dota 2.
I'm the same.
I haven't really played it in years.
Used to play hooky, go to internet cafes with my friends, play Dota All-Stars.
Nice. What classes did you miss out on?
All of them. I didn't discriminate.
Dota plebs. I played CS, TF2, Day of Defeat, and Ricochet come at me.
We played all those too.
Me too, except their defeat.
K98 was beast.
I didn't like the defeat. Compared with CS, I just didn't see the point.
Had better music.
It's fine. I was listening to my own music, like System of a Down or whatever.
I played. I remember playing a match in Day of Defeat, and we played on the other team's server. And if we used TeamSay, they could see it. So one of our teammates wrote to. He said the name of one of the other players in TeamSay, and the guy was like, "Yeah, what's up?" It's like, you couldn't trust anything.
Wow.
In those days, that was next level, man. I have no idea how he did that, but that was crazy.
That was like when you trick someone to play on your server and you can turn on wireframe.
Yeah. Like you have the Archon, yeah, and you just mess them around.
I played for a team called UK SF Clan, UK Special Forces, which are now just Call of Duty, I think. Or is it Battlefield? I think they're a Battlefield team, actually.
That's a top 100 game.
Yeah, in this magazine on the table, yeah, it's in the 70s or something. Well, there we go. Astralis unable to get anything out of that round. 5-1, and Envy could really do with building as many rounds here as possible, as we've seen them struggle in all the matches prior. Tactical timeout from Astralis. What do they need to do? Do they need to change their approach? Or is the odd thing going wrong? A narrow situation which is leading to colossal problems, perhaps.
Device is going to go apartments and kill people.
Your two top mid players should not die to someone at bottom mid ever.
Yes, yeah.
One problem.
Indeed. I mean, they may decide to go passive, to be honest. I mean, it's not like Envyus have really destroyed their default set, their default defenses.
Default
defensive setups.
Default. Andy, you better record that. Default.
He's not even here. Why am I being exploited? Why is there so much exploitation?
Because I've had my time. That's why. Now it's time for the ban. Oh, Device having a really nice time top mid, and that's the briefest push top mid I think I've maybe ever seen on a buy round.
Oh, yeah.
Really just scrimmed up mid.
Did I miss it, or was it like not many flashes or anything?
There were flashes.
To stop Device.
There were flashes. Well, let's see.
I think there were.
Okay, there was a CT flash, and then
like
there were no
really.
T flashes.
They didn't do anything. Not a single running smoke flash or Molotov. And you know, I guess it's a time and a place kind of thing.
Yeah.
But there, it's like even if they work the round down to 3 alive for Astralis, they're still in a bad place economically. But you risk just like no one getting kills on a rush like that. So.
Yeah, like I was gonna say the same. Like you can understand the pure contact play where you don't throw anything, but there's a time and a place.
The other weird thing was there was 2 nades down Banana that killed their teammate, but there was no control, so they didn't know that there was 3 on Banana.
Right. Yeah. Well, either way, it's a player slow around. They've got Banana control for free. Astralis playing a default setup. They've opted for little to no aggression anywhere. The Astralis at the moment do not have information of top mid, and so they don't know if Envyus will commit to B or not, but they are floating a player back towards B. They're in fact switching out. So quick switcheroo. Device is in there. Stepped up to the plate, substituted into the B defense. Oh my god, the drive-by headshot from Scream. Disgusting stuff here as Zipex tries to get some spray to do something. He's able to get a bit of a drive-by himself with that M4 to equalize things, but the T's of Envyus have to claim the bomb sites.
That was a double dink from Scream as well. Extra nasty. The desperate push through the smoke does not work for Zipex, and that should be the round over. Magispuedo may feel like he cannot retreat. Perhaps he'll hide in plain sight. Perhaps he'll simply hold his position. We will see. He does have a defuse kit, so maybe there is some nonsense to be had later on. Time will tell. Jumping up on a sandbags though. It's interesting because if he jumps down, it will give a sound cue away. Now we see the T start to move away, but there is still one on the sides, and he's slowly exiting. What you gonna do, Magic's boy? Oh, it's way too late for that.
I think you can just throw.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Oh, he's gonna die.
I think he should have just thrown the smoke. I feel like he should have just thrown something to make it seem like he was on it. Got some kills.
I think his own economy is more of a priority than theirs, though.
No, I mean he could just throw the smoke and then run away. Like get the op, throw the smoke, run away. And then they'd be like, oh my god, what if he defuses? And
Oh,
then
I
turn
see.
back.
So they died to the bomb.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. Okay, yeah.
Londis is too smart. Londis is too smart.
It's great when you put your microphone next to your mouth, people can hear you.
It is magical. It's a magical time.
Buy round for both sides. Astralis struggling with the money. 2 UMPs for the team. Device trying to make things better with the AWP, but again, he is very close to that wall, so he's got to be careful about his positioning. He's inviting somebody to peek him. And there it is, RPK will oblige him. Hiding in the tree position, then appearing from behind the logs. Perfect timing from RPK, and things go from bad to worse for Astralis.
Envyus have some cool control, although the challenge comes in maybe for Dupree. So that's pretty nice actually for Envyus, because it suggests some presence. You see Dupree going back towards A, and Envyus meanwhile will start to push the B bomb site, not leaving like a top mid, and then Sifex doing a fairly good job of defending actually with 2 kills. Although 3 are remaining for Envyus, one of which will stay at bottom middle. Could catch a cross of Dupree. Indeed, that might be the case, unless he gives up the angle, which he does. Timing. At the same time, Magisk was trying to work his way in, though. It's not going to happen. Another good round from Envyus, and again, they've just been doing the basics, really. I mean, we've had some weird rounds from them, but generally their basics are pretty good.
They're getting these kills too. I mean, like.
Yeah.
Yeah, like Happy zoning. They did. Scream had that entry last round. Device opping. This round they had RPK hit an insane shot on Device. Actually, again, ridiculous shots being hit.
Round in the bag. Number 7. 7-2. Worst hand in poker.
7-2 off.
So who is holding the cards in this game? So far it's Envy. Chips are down for Astralis, which means they're on eco.
All in.
Yeah, it seems like they've shoved it. You can't even shove these days. You've got to have this little triangle that says all in. You've got to throw that over instead.
Oh, that's lame.
It's not as baller, is it?
That's not like the movies.
Yeah, where's the intimidation from pushing the stack?
Man.
You know?
Yeah, mess it all up. Make them count them. While you make eye contact.
This could be pretty explosive here, Magisk, if he gets a good timing with Dupree. And there it is. They've all got to be careful not to block each other. And it seems to be working out quite fantastically. They're going to have to commit Envyus into refragging, and they'll do so. And the 2v3 is not a bad place to be, especially with Magisk on his, well, on the retreat here. Very nicely. Was that a team flash?
That was so cute.
Or where did that
Couldn't even
flash
see
come
a
from?
line. I don't know.
I think it might have been.
What? Yeah, where did that flash come from?
It was off screen somewhere.
It could have been. I assume Magis would have got blind if someone threw it from Arch, so maybe it was a team flash.
Yeah, I think it was a team flash.
But still, he picked a really nice angle there. He didn't jump all the way off.
Yeah, the smoke to give him a hand, and Happy has found his way into a blind spot, although, of course, the player on B is holding a really good position in construction that will allow him to be ready for everything. Glaive is ready for everything, although he has a P250, so
P250.
that's the only downside, but the P250 is fantastic if you've got the element of surprise, and there it is. Happy dies, Astralis pick up a round. 7-3 for Envyus as they concede one more. But their money is great, which cannot be said for Astralis. Astralis. They must maintain the integrity of their economy. They must maintain equanimity.
He's making words up again, James. What do we do about this?
Can't stop him.
It means composure. Come on. Come on, guys. Vocabulary.
Equanimity?
Sorry?
Equanimity?
Equanimity, yeah. I actually learned that word from
Equanimity.
Equanimity.
Like equidistant.
I learned that word from FACEIT, actually. Used it on a cast
Wow.
years ago.
difficult duel for both players. Dupree showing some shoulder.
Stupid pillar.
Ooh, that was a great pre-fire from Haji. That could not have been sharper. And he makes his way up the short position. Showing his own prowess. Haji running out of bullets. Able to reload though while peeking at the same time. There goes Magic's boy, finally traded by Device, but he has done massive damage. Opening the pit is a colossal play from Haji. And Envy looking to capitalize on that. Thought Device had the kill there, but apparently not. Going for some tagging through the wall. Now there are decisions to be made by Astralis. 2 versus 3, smoked up from the arch position and getting sprayed through as well. And there's Molotov flying through. Look at the harassment from Envy. Specs running far away. He wants no part of this.
That play from Haji was sort of what we were talking about before with Fnatic, and what makes Fnatic really good is having, like, just getting that moment where your gut instinct tells you, this, I have like a chance, I have like a small window to make a play, and you go for that play, and then one thing leads into another, and you completely break the ranks of the other team and create a winning scenario for your team to play off of. And it's something that you don't even have time to communicate, you just have to go and do it. And so it's cool to see that he trusted himself to go for that, because honestly, entering into that A bomb site from quad by yourself is pretty scary, because there's so many positions to worry about. But he managed to get 2 kills from it, so really nice work. What a beast. From the Academy team, much like Golden. But now he's grown into a man. Oh, hello. On a buy versus buy, they're going full aggro here. Glaive, oh my god, this is so sick.
Surely they heard the drop though.
Oh, this is so sick. I don't think I've ever seen anyone do this.
Yeah, this is different.
In this situation.
It's very different.
See, if you've got good headphones, you know Glaive is there.
But look at where Envyus are there. They're pushing pretty hard on balcony.
Oh, Device. That basically is a bait now as well.
Covers him.
All run distraction. One player on the boiler, one player on the balcony. Glaive has got to make the play. His teammates passive for the time being and happy moving into that Vietnam position, and the sound cues will be given, but will there be the rotation? Ooh. He has to take Happy out, but does he commit now? Ooh. That's enough from Glaive. Doesn't know that one more person is there. Oh, cheeky peek. Even the inspection of the gun, and he continues to show presence, even though there are 2 people alive. He will eventually be taken down, but is a job done? 4 versus 2.
Yeah, really nice stuff there by Glaive. Using the knife to have a fast peek as well, really smart. And now there's nothing for Envyus to do, they're stuck in the mud. The quicksand has a hold of them, and there's nothing that Kiyoshima can do but to sink to the bottom.
If they fight back, it's only worse.
It's quite poetic, that.
Yeah. I didn't want to do the next bit, because after he sinks to the bottom, he'll suffocate. Just not as
Yikes.
nice.
Well, you've basically done it anyway.
Yeah. Dispelled the poetry. So 4 rounds for Astralis now. Very hard fought rounds, honestly. If you consider like what they've had to do to try to get these rounds together, it's been a phenomenal half for Envyus so far, as we're now in the which quadrant? Second quadrant.
Quadrant number 2, yes. We are reaching the closing stages of the second quadrant in the first half.
Can a quadrant... Does it have to be an area? Can it be a time? Like
We've made it a time.
I guess, yeah.
Now it is a time.
A time.
Wow.
Isn't it just a section of the amount of rounds?
Right.
Just like you can have a half. Why not have a quadrant? They're all pieces of the pie.
Yeah. The
Square
lovely,
pie.
delicious pie that we call Counter-Strike.
I don't know where you guys getting these square pies from.
Ooh, Zepex. He's deep. He's got the AK-47 and the supporter glaive. And they got the bomb as well. He will burn, but he'll come back stronger.
You can have quadrants of a circular pie. Have you not cut a pie before? Or
Oh,
seen a slice of a pie?
Yeah, you can.
You just cut it once and then cut it again in the other way.
I guess that was
then you have quadrants.
my problem was I was thinking about them as
You definitely
squares.
need shapes, Claudius. This is what I'm talking about. We need to get you some shapes. Put the shapes.
I wouldn't be putting any triangles in square holes.
Envy have Haji remaining now, and it's 1 versus 3. Someone send us some children's toys for
If I had the
Launders
shape.
to figure out how circles work.
Do we have a PO box?
We don't. I don't know if we want a PO box.
Send it to my place.
All the stuff going down in Austin, maybe not.
Okay.
2 rounds remaining in the first half. We could get some crayons. could just draw the shapes. Be faster.
Can you draw an isosceles triangle, James?
Don't know what that is.
I'll draw it for you, James.
No.
I'm not going to rely on your drawing. I don't know they're correct. You don't know what a circle is, basically.
You'll drink the Kool-Aid.
2 rounds remaining. Envy down to the pistols now. Big investment from Astralis in terms of personnel towards Banana to secure it at the beginning of the round. Hadji looking for more greatness on the short position, but he will be denied on this occasion. He was asking for a lot, all things considered, but he was trying to do the best he could for his team. Unfortunately, that may be limited, restricted, because of what they have to play with, to fight with.
Ooh.
He just flashed his teammate.
Think in the distance. French close in. The bomb goes down. So it doesn't really seem like Envyus can do much here. It's just a formality this round. Another round for Astralis. So they'll close up the game pretty effectively. And looking good for a 7th round potentially as well. Can they afford not? Yes, they can. Life is pretty good in the Astralis camp. They got the 4 grenades as well, so they can make a. Oh, hello.
Unknown 89.
89. Unknown underscore 89. 50,000 FACEIT points for you. Congratulations.
Nice.
Let's see who can get the points. The MVP star in this round, the last round of the first half. Again from Device. Oh boy, one too many jumps. The bounce castle was deflated and he hit the ground hard. 2 Ts moving up to top banana positions. Defects running out of bullets. 3 bullets remaining. Manages to get around the corner with a safety Molotov from his teammate. Meanwhile, Dupree has taken a page out of Glave's book. He's getting up to some nonsense of his own.
Oh, this is one of those weird situations. Oh, is it? Did he see him? I don't think anyone even... I guess Dupree realizes there might be someone lurking halls.
But he would have heard that.
He wins the round if he keeps going. Oh, the very weak player. A double for Dupree. And surely the round will be won. He spotted the bomb as well. Another 1v1. He can't win it, but again, the bomb was spotted. And we've got these Astralis members now closing in after that to finish things off. Reclaiming the bomb for themselves now. Only a Happy who's on his knees. And now has been toppled over. 8 rounds for Envyus, 7 for Astralis. A very, very good comeback by Astralis. They really had a hard time getting rounds in this match. So respect. I got respect.
Did it all start with that glaive push down mid? That cool.
That was very, yeah. It was like one of the first. I think it was like the 3rd round that they got or something. Or 4th, 3rd or 4th.
Who will take the momentum into the second half though? It all starts with the pistol. Envy's turn to defend now, and it was the T sides which have proven more problematic for them from what we've seen today. Now that's out of the way and they've got 8 rounds on the board. Maybe they can have success and hand Astralis their first loss of this season of ECS. Still sitting pretty at the top of the table, 9-0. That's half their matches won and 0 lost.
Nice start by Happy, the CZ, providing a good amount of damage there. Will get found eventually, but enough information is there for Envyus as Astralis now continue to push into the A site. The rotation has been on its way for a while, and it will be soon arriving. Device with the bomb plants in the corner of the site as Envyus start to clear all the positions, make sure that they can have a clean retake. How clean will it be? It's a good start there from Hadji. Is there any kit anywhere? I don't think there's a kit anywhere. That could be an issue. Just down to Kiyoshima now as he's got to get his skates on as he's against the time. Jump peaks will be very annoying. Quite the nuisance. Our Astralis right now. And they will take it down. All the way.
CZ in the pistol rounds. Can be very dangerous. Can be useful for a CT side where you can expect a swell of T players. But on this occasion, it is not Envy who take the pistol. So now it's Envy who will go for 5 smoke grenades and a bunch of CZs with a deagle in for Kiyoshima. So Astralis will be subjected to their own shenanigans. One of the historically best teams at keeping the late smoke grenades. We saw great things from Cloud9 as well in buy rounds at the major with the smoke grenades on Inferno. See what Envy can do, or how Astralis can negate it. Will it be a burst? Top mid. Device only has a smoke though, not a flash. Okay, there's a flash from Glaive, and they will force their way out of the balcony. Scream is completely blind, but nobody's checking this balcony. And now he's got the bomb, and he doesn't have the AK though, because he gets traded immediately.
Forward smoke to try to create some space. But it's going to be tough here against the weaponry that Astralis have. They can take really good positions with the UMPs. The running gun quite effective too. Glaive has an AK now. Oh, caught out by Glaive. I wonder if Glaive is in an elevated position. No. No. Looks like it's just perhaps some spam through the smoke. And there's nothing much that Envyus can do here, so they'll turn tail and run. So it's a good start from Astralis on their T side, deflecting the initial force spy. Should be a free round in the following one as well, so they should be able to get to 10-8 before Envyus can really field anything dangerous against them. Looking forward to seeing some of the banana dynamics from Astralis' T side. We saw some cool stuff. I really like the carpet bomb from Envyus, where they had like 3 Molotovs, like one in the car, one in the sandbags, one on the corner.
Yeah, all top banana, yeah.
So everything was on fire.
It's a little different, because you don't normally see those 3 molly traps on T side. There's more and more of those. It feels like those wouldn't work too many rounds, but once a half, there's probably a really great round that you could always use it. Yeah. Envy found that one.
Very true.
So let's see how Astralis approach banana on this anti-eco. Or sorry, they're on the T side. It depends if they want to go B.
Two smokes now for the Envy side. Astralis look good for double figures here. Similar start to the rounds over towards A, with presence in the balcony area. Or the apartments, should I say. And now they burst through the balcony, and they see that nobody's here. Nobody at all. There must be 5 on B, they say to each other in Danish. Zipex wants to make some cash with his machine. Is it machine pistol? Universal machine pistol or something like that? Whatever it is, he has got himself a kill. These SMGs looking to farm on the Envy players like it's Stardew Valley.
Never get into those games.
Never played, yeah.
Yeah,
like,
not my.
Can't get into it.
I still know when the end is.
Of soil.
When does it end?
Yeah, like what is the point of it?
I played a lot of MMOs growing up, like Lineage and Ragnarok.
Ah, I played EverQuest.
So, yeah, so I mean, I just can't do that now.
Yeah, I can't.
Yeah.
You know, Nitro was like, how could you have not played Stardew Valley, bro? And Rachel Q, Salsa Please, for those of you who know who she is, she's a big Stardew Valley fan as well. So, like, all right, guys, I'm going to get this game. It's like, oh, this game's not for me.
Yeah.
This guy, I can't be breaking these rocks, man.
But yeah, I say that, but then I'm also playing, you know,
you can't have me in the field. I mean, those times are over.
Yeah, Harvest Moon days are over. I'm sure it's a great game.
Yeah, it's not my bag of
M&M's.
Not my bag of fertilizer.
Well, almost no grenades and Envyus. That's always an encouraging sign on the CT side. Of course, they've expended quite a few already, just trying to control some of the map, but it's a minute and a half left. They've only got 2 smokes remaining, 2 flashbangs. Not great. RPK needs to get the frags, and he's usually good for it. There's number 1. Re-smoke, one of the few grenades left. If Astralis were to just group up and just play it chill, they should likely have a good advantage attacking into the side. Kiyoshima re-aggressing though. Really nice stuff here from Envyus. In fact, the way this round has actually played out is gone perfectly for Envyus. Astralis have been trying to pressure the exact right spots where Envyus have the right amount of grenades to deal with it. And RPK and Kiyoshima have been doing a good job winning fights. And that too was an important fight there to get the information from Kiyoshima's perspective.
Oh boy, this is an interesting round now. If 3 gets that kill, Oh, it gets really strange. Oh my
Oh,
god,
no.
3v5.
Oh,
Oh
God.
wow.
Okay.
They just lost 1v1s.
They got really nervous, I think, when they lost that second player. RPK, the first person to get a kill, still alive. All alone.
Poor RPK. I'm happy he recovered without any complications.
Yeah.
Because it's like it'd be so difficult to imagine, like if he had to be like benched for like some period of time, and like it's just so hard to imagine Counter-Strike without RPK. Actually, to me, he's like one of the household names of Counter-Strike. So very glad he's back to full health. I assume he is in full health.
I just think like Stardew Valley is just like the ultimate form of escapism. I think that's why I could probably played it. I liked MMOs. It's just the grinding,
Yeah.
killing boars in the forest, if you will.
Yeah, yeah. I really deeply enjoyed EverQuest.
Yeah.
When I played it, I was actually very addicted to that game. Super addicted.
3 grenades. Good for 21 damage. 31 damage. 31 damage from those 3 grenades. That is, it's a sorry state of affairs, isn't it? The science just isn't there.
Wow. Everyone's dead.
The Astralis drill is excavating these Envyus players. Constant
How did he get
barrage of AK-47 spray.
Impressive. What was your biggest video game addiction ever, James? Well, it's Counter-Strike, isn't it? It's still going.
I don't know if I call it an addiction. I call it a love.
So, extreme passion.
Why do you love Counter-Strike, James? What is it about Counter-Strike?
This is not the time, Launders. You must stop this. This is a buy round. We have to focus on the game. What's wrong with you people? Happy with the AWP. 2 players on the short position. Arch is... There's no presence towards Arch, but there are eyes towards Arch. This is a risky approach towards Banana because they're closer to the smoke. Might be a problem. Had you picked off, and now they expect a player towards the Arch area. And now what do Envy do? Short hasn't been smoked off. Even if it had, they've got nobody boosted. So they just don't have eyes towards the Arch area. And at some point, that's going to cost him. Scream taken down, repositioning, and now all of a sudden it's Happy alone towards A. The setup has failed for Envy on the A site.
Yeah, it was a flawed setup because they had an extra man there, but he wasn't doubled up on the porch roof to make sure that they could guarantee they have control over mid. Because they lost their guy under porch, and then they had no one left to actually spot mid properly.
Things are definitely turning around for Astralis, there's no doubt about that. Envy is starting to lose traction. And it's quite the slippery slope that they find themselves on. And they are quickly gaining speed and sliding down that slope. Remember those old kids sort of TV shows, like where they would just throw like goop at you for various reasons? Like little like game shows, like kids game shows. Is it gunge?
Gunge,
not
yes.
goop. Okay.
No, I don't remember.
It's always like green, disgusting stuff. Anyway, that's the reality for Envyus soon if they don't pick up the pieces, get things going. And this is something that I wanted to see more of. Generally speaking, there feels like there's a very limited cost to doing that, especially when you're expecting there to be pistols on the CT side. You can more effectively... Like, Dupree can be now fairly sure that there's no one that pushed balls, and he himself is spamming that. He's waited quite some time. See, Zipix wanted it. Oh, the flash! The 4-man push down mid with the flash. Easy kills for Astralis. It was a cool play. They tried something.
A noble play.
It was.
Whoa. Oh. Oh.
Oh!
That's sick.
Okay. Happy going for the 3K with CZ on one clip.
Yeah, AK's too far away to retrieve. Had to go nuclear. He did what he could. buy time again. It's a big buy for Envy now. They've got 6k plus. Second AWP coming out. Kirishima and Happy once again. We saw good things from Kirishima on Banana with the AWP in the previous game of Inferno earlier on. Will we see it again though versus Astralis? Maybe the task will be even more difficult.
Like it again, we get that continued pressure to help his teammates take the apartments. Costs you very little to do that. I've actually gotten some wallbang kills from doing that. It's very satisfying. Spam continues. Definitely enjoying this. Dupree trying to find something. Oh, he knows where one player is. He spots the second one. That's some brilliant information there from Dupree.
There's a burst through the smoke top mid. Love to see smoke bursts. The flashbang thrown from the bottom of the middle area. Don't see that often enough, perhaps. Although you do have to be careful about flashing a sniper towards the arch position. Scream making use of a counter flash from the CT side, but he can't get the kill. Too much movement, putting him off perhaps. Haji in the site now, waiting for the push to finally come in. Molotov, the pre-fire from him will be good, but there are so many people there, and Happy's delivering some kills. Zipex out of the game, 3 versus 2 for Envy. Dupree's taken over the the pit position, and then smoke on Arch, drawing his gun back out because RPK's coming from short. That's going to leave Magic's boy alone. He needs all the kills, pre-firing RPK once he sees the elbow, and now he's in a crossfire with 2 AWPs. Not going to be easy for the Envy side either. Trying to tap Happy. Happy baiting though for Kirishima, and the bait will work.
Envyus doing it. They are bringing themselves back into the match. 2 up surviving as well. It was a pretty cool round from Astralis. Quite simple. I don't know if they took top banana, but they had some banana presence. It wasn't too committed, I think. And then they decided just to go for the A push, and it was a pretty good defense overall from Envyus. I liked Haji and, well, the general pre-firing that we were getting using the shadows. Very good stuff here. And now we get a more decisive banana take attempt from the Astralis side.
It's definitely really good use for HE grenades on T side Inferno, because the top corner of Banana is so easy to do a lot of damage there. All this chip damage that we see is coming from that. The Molotovs are more used for zoning on the T side, just pushing people out of positions, separating your B player from the deady B player. RPK though getting a great support flash and 2 kills off it.
Push continues towards the B-bomb site. All 3 players are here, jumping around, trying to throw Kirishima off his game, and they will succeed in that regard. Retake happening already. Haji moving forward through the construction area. He could get 2. He'll get 0. The bomb hasn't been planted though, and now Happy to going for the wall bang. 1 of 2 players found, but they won't engage him just yet. Moving into the pool position, Molotoving him off. Do they know where Scream is? Apparently not, because Magic's boy is in the banana position, and maybe that comes into play, maybe not. Glaive doesn't need him, and Happy's the last man standing to keep Astralis off of match point, but maybe he'll try to save. Glaive perhaps realizing this, going to the tree position, and he will lay Happy to rest.
That's tough. That's why everyone's planning on the second coffin now, like we saw from NRG.
Yeah.
So you cannot get spammed.
Is it impossible to spam you from that position, or do you just need to...
I think you just need to you probably have to come out wider than is comfortable, at the very least.
So I was wondering that when I saw that, because as you mentioned, it's the trend we're seeing now.
It might be behind the wall, actually. I don't know. But again, you could always come out just a little bit wider if you needed to. But I think the idea is that you hear the plant, so you think it's a coffin plant. You waste your time. Good flash. Good entries.
My days.
Well, that's probably GG. I mean, that is so fast. Oh, the triple face. That is how you instantly win a round. 2 immediate entry frags on banana. You keep running with the bomb, and the CTs have no time. They have no time to stop you from getting perfect post-bomb positions.
This would be a cool highlight.
Not to be, though, alas, for Envyus. However, to the boon of Astralis, more victories, more W's for them on the leaderboards, and they are having a well of a time. Speaking of W's, it's been going very well for them with Magisboy so far, and Envyus, again, we saw some brilliance from them. It's just unfortunate that they are running into the likes of a powered-up Astralis.
Yeah, it's crazy that they lost it, like, so much control of the game, but early on they were hitting so many entries. Haji had such a great round here where I think he killed the pit player as well, and that was, you know, fantastic for Envy, happy killing 2 players in mid. But then Astralis started changing it up. They sent Glaven underpass that one round. They did a couple of different variations of mid pushes. Their hold started to get a bit better, and their T side was impeccable.
Yes, maybe the best Envy we saw today. However, they are up against very tough opposition. Astralis go 10-0 at the top of the leaderboard. More than half their games played, and they haven't had a single loss. Haven't seen a run like that since SK's shenanigans many moons ago. Magisboy, Device, and Glaive all tied for 20 kills at the top of the leaderboard. Good spread across the side. Again, we saw the most from Envy's T sides in all 4 games in that one, but it wasn't enough. Astralis just proved to be too great on this occasion. So those are all the European games out of the way for today. We have some North American games coming up for you later on. However, because of SK's roster turbulence, which always seems to happen just in the middle of everything, they have forfeited their games today, which were going to be versus Renegades. That would have been interesting, but hopefully they can resolve that soon. It's all over it, so you can read it for yourselves. I'm probably ineligible to play for them. Otherwise, who knows what might have happened? But no, let's be honest, it wouldn't have picked me.
Conflict of interest.
But there we go. Yeah, so we will have 2 more North American games coming up for you. But before we do that, we're just waiting for the leaderboard to be updated so we can show you how ridiculous Astralis' position is. Are we expecting anyone else in Europe to have such even anywhere close to a comparable run?
I'm just thinking, like last season, was it? Didn't FaZe do something similar, or
Did anyone have a perfect season in ECS?
only SK off by 1 map, I think,
Okay.
because
So no.
Semphis.
Yeah,
Because of
Semphis was a
Semphis.
spanner in the works.
Because of
Yeah.
Semphis?
Yeah,
His team beat them in Cobblestone. One season.
TSM.
Yeah.
It was like the Semphis sick. Who else was on that?
Sean,
lineup?
was Sean Gears on?
No.
Oh, sorry.
Who knows? Let's look at
Automatic
the
was on it.
leaderboards and see where the standings are at the moment. And boom, there it is.
Ooh.
Plus 80 round difference. A clean
10-0.
30 points.
Plus 80. Oh my god.
It's
10,
madness.
10, 80, 30.
People just not winning rounds against them. So no one else really has a clean record. Gambit and G2 yet to play. And Astralis, FaZe are 3 for 3. So doesn't look like anybody is going to touch Astralis anytime soon. They are miles ahead of their opponents. So again, that is Europe out of the way for today, and we will be heading to North America in about 10 minutes. So stay tuned, grab a drink, and see us at the top of the hour for North American Counter-Strike.